I think that people who, when they see this stuff, it spooks them and they're going to be less likely to want to buy in those markets. Can you buy and sell properties in a land claim zone? Yes, thousands of people do. There's been thousands of properties transacted in this land claim area. Title is still valid until some court rules otherwise. However, it could create a liquidity risk. Like, I think that people who, when they see this stuff, it spooks them and they're going to be less likely to want to buy in those markets. You might have title insurance issues, or your title insurance might go against, or sorry, might exclude Indigenous land claims. I think it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because people become afraid of it, and then those markets become like less attractive, and then people stop buying there, and maybe, there's a bit of a risk on values. And so I think until this stuff's resolved, like, buyers are nervous, sellers are nervous. This is where this pre-printed clause is probably going to need some rethinking if this whole thing really starts to ramp up in the province of Ontario. Do realtors need to legally disclose it? As Shazzy asked on Twitter, do realtors need to legally disclose the risk of a Indigenous land claim on a property if it is located within a area that is subject to ongoing litigation? Again, I mentioned material latent defects before. As a real estate professional and in the real estate industry with a fiduciary duty, which means you have a legal obligation to help your represent your client's best interest, you have this thing called the duty to disclose material latent defects, which means that anything that's wrong with the property that is substantial enough that it would alter someone's decision to buy that property, that could arguably apply here. I would say that probably does. Many brokerages in BC now have disclosure templates for this exact situation. We'll probably see the same thing taking place in the province of Ontario if this continues. And there's growing pressure for Ontario to adopt similar standards. Canadians assume that the Charter protects property rights. It does not. Property was intentionally excluded from the Charter in 1982, meaning there are no constitutional rights to own property in Canada. So this means that Parliament at a federal level could legally redefine crown title, historic possession, like retroactively go back and change things, and land claims without violating the Charter of Rights and Freedoms in Canada.